A water tank has a sloping side inclined at 45 degrees to the horizontal and contains water to a total depth of 8 meters. An orifice on the inclined side is subjected to a hydrostatic head of 5 meters, meaning it is located 3 meters above the tank bottom. The tank bottom is 1.2 meters above ground level. The coefficient of velocity is 1 and air resistance on the jet is neglected. So merong tank na merong inclined yung ating face. Sabi dito, water tank has a sloping side inclined at 45 degrees with the horizontal. O merong, of course, merong tubig dyan sa loob. Total depth of water in the tank is 8 meters. A water jet issues from an orifice located on an inclined side, hydrostatic head of 5 meters. Kaya ibig sabihin yan, from the water to that point that's 5 meters, or it is located 3 meters vertically above the tank. Ito yan, 3 meters. The tank is 1.2 meters above the ground surface. The bottom of the tank, ito daw is 1.2 meters above the ground surface. So, the jet magpo-flow dito, and since ito yung direction, initial direction ng water, tawagin natin isang BO, ito yung flow. Ganun yung flow ng tank natin. Determine the maximum height of the issuing jet arises from the level of the center of the orifice. Determine the horizontal distance on the ground traveled by the jet from the center of orifice. From the center of orifice, ito yung horizontal distance travel, tawagin natin X. And determine the time it takes for the particle of the jet to hit the ground. If this is 45 degrees nito, perpendicular lines to, two perpendicular lines. So, wala namang problema kasi 45 degrees. Therefore, ang line na yan is also 45 degrees. Doon sa formula sa dynamics, no, this is about projectile motion. This is the origin in the formula. Kung saan na-start yung ating flow dyan yung magiging origin natin. Saan magsa-start yung flows or sa orifice. That is why this is your X, this is Y. Ang sabi ito sa problem, the bottom of the tank is 1.2 meters. No? Ang distance yan, since it is known that the bottom of the tank is 1.2 meters from the ground, therefore, ang distance from the orifice to the ground, that is 3 and 1.2. Well, that's 4.2. So I take that as negative value because it is below the origin. For the first question, hinahanap is yung maximum height from the orifice. Ito, maximum height from the orifice. Tawagin po kay max. Okay, yung involved formula po dito is the dynamics formula. Pero ang velocity dito, at that point, at the peak point, okay, component natin, ang velocity y is 0. Doon sa peak point, ang velocity natin is completely horizontal. The formula we prefer to be used is yung sa dynamics na T2 squared equals T1 squared minus 2gh. This is the formula involved. So, ang final velocity doon in terms of y is 0. Kailangan natin ng initial velocity and that is the BO. Ang BO will dissolve using this formula. Galing formula ng orifice ko yan. So, initial velocity of flow is yung CV natin is 1. 2g, gravity, then head, hydrostatic head from here to here, that's 5. Ito yung ating initial velocity. Again, from dynamics formula, final velocity squared equals to initial velocity y squared minus 2gh. Ang h natin na yan yung y max. So, final velocity is 0. Yung y component ng velocity dyan is 0. Ang meron lang yan is yung x component. Initial velocity y component, that is VO sine of theta. Minus 2g, 9.81. Ang h natin dyan is y max. Yan yung h. So, it will go up to 2.5 meters. Determine the horizontal distance on the ground traveled by the jet from the center of the orifice. Ito yan, horizontal distance. Ito yung function ng parabola. Galing ito sa dynamics formula. Y is negative 4.2. X is unknown. Yung theta is yung angle from horizontal, yung angle from horizontal ito. And then, G is 9.81. X squared over VO, yung nakuha natin previously. Cosine theta is 45. You may do shift sub. Ang makukuha mo dyan is 13.186 meters. Then, determine the time in seconds it takes for the particle to hit the ground. Now, ang gagamitin natin mo sa total time is always remember the concept of parabola. Yung horizontal component of velocity here is constant. Therefore, ang total distance travel nito, x, is equals to velocity x times time. There is no acceleration in the horizontal component. Constant. It is simply distance equals to velocity times time. The total time is equals to distance x over VOX. VOX is the horizontal component of V2. So if x is 13.186, ang VOX is BO 9.905. Again, nakuha natin sa previous slide. Cosine of 45 degrees. So the answer, the total time is 1.88 seconds.